Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were focusing on a mob farm in the Last Millennium to kind of, well, use all of these souls to get a bunch of items that we're going to need in order to do, well, creative items. And then we were also working a little bit with witchery. You know, that looks dark. Let's light that up a little bit. I keep having something spawning down here, and it's right in front of like the elevator area, and I have no idea where it's coming from. I've yet to be able to see any like dark patches or anything like that, so I have no idea. But it's driving me crazy. So yeah, today we are going to be working on. We're going to finish up the mob farm. I've been doing a lot of building off camera for that. And I went to the Eldritch Dimension, and I managed to get some more rare treasures, plus another spawner. So we currently have 3 stabilized mob spawners. And then the other thing that we've been kind of working on, and I've been working on, I went to try to find the dragon egg. In the end, I could not find it at all. No idea. So just kind of FYI, it just is gone. I have no idea where it's at. But I've been working on getting these frugal bees, and I've been working on trying to get bees so that we can 100% like resurrect the dragon really easily, really simply, so we can get lots of dragon hearts. Currently, I don't really have that many, but so where have I gone from? So frugal is frugal plus, I believe I used sinister, which was a modest plus a cultivated. And so that was pretty easy. The sinister then gave us the frugal. Next on the list from frugal is to austere, which requires a modest. And then from that we can make what is it? Is it the secluded, which would then give us the hermetic, which would then give us the spectral, and phantasmal. So we're making progress. Something else I did between episodes was a little bit of automation, well, auto crafting rather, with making Draconian infused obsidian. We'll get to that here in a second. So we're going to go take a look at the mob farm and all that kind of stuff in just a moment. But I want to show off that I did set up the genetic sampler, and we have a whole bunch of gene samples. And I want to kind of explain what these are. So all of these, well, okay, let me put it to you this way. Let's grab a bee, and let's grab a beealyzer. So if we take a look at this bee, we can see its species. It has lifespan, production, pollination, flower type, fertility, territory, effect, and then it has climate, tolerance, humidity tolerance, and then diurnal, which I believe is always yes. I don't know what that one means, to be honest. Nocturnal, does it work at night? Tolerant flyer, does it work during the rain? Cave dwelling, does it need to see the sun? Like does it need to be able to see the sky? And so it has what, like 13, I believe. We can check this pretty easily if we look at a genetic template. But these things are, I believe there's 13 different genes that all the bees have. And so what you can do is you put a bee or any type of bee in here, and it processes it and gives you a gene sample. It takes one of those 13 from that specific bee and puts it in here. So we have stuff like humidity tolerance, ignores day-night, aka nocturnal, territory, flowers, flowering, cave dwelling, all that kind of stuff. One of the most important things is species, and fertility is also really good, having a high fertility bee. So this is all cultivated bees, by the way. So we have a whole bunch of cultivated genes. We can kind of sort them like this so we have all of these are species cultivated. So we can put those in here. And honestly, that might be something I do. And they will stack in the AE system, but any of the other stuff will not. But basically, what I could also do is just tap this into down here. By the way, you might notice I have a new pick. So I went to the end and I accidentally hit Q and didn't have my magnon, just like I just like right now, and kind of threw my pick into the void. So not the best of things, you know. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just immediately. I'll clear this out later, but we'll take some of these, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna just plug that guy into the system. Don't need the Force B or the B laser anymore right now. But yeah, so that's gonna have all the genes, and we'll kind of sort through them and take what we want. Anything else we can just cook it down and it will destroy the gene. It's actually kind of nice. So we need one more item duct. And so what we can do is we can actually make templates that won't change the species of the bee, but will like give it effects that we want. So for example, the sinister bees attack you. They do damage to you if you're in their area, and so what you can do is give them the effect none, or any other positive effect, and they won't do that. There's some bees that just cause bad status effects. You don't want that, so you can remove it. There's some bees that will only give one drone, and that's not good, because if you're trying to duplicate bees, then you're never going to get anywhere, because it takes a drone and a princess to make more bees. And if you only get one back, then you're always going to break even. So you can get fertility genes to boost up the bee, and that'll work all very well too. So there's a lot of things you can do with the genes. We'll kind of look at that stuff later. I'm going to keep this guy here for the genes specifically, the gene templates, but that's not really important right now. We'll kind of mess with that stuff later, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how much we want to do with bees, because, well, I'm getting a lot of combs. I really am. We have like 440 dripping combs, and we have a lot of combs in here just because of bees processing while we go do other things. So it's nice. We might want that for certain. I don't know what kind of like resources we might want from it, but that's something we can definitely do. So anyways, I digress. So let's go ahead, and before we head to the mob farms, I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing with this mob farm. So in this chest I have all 6 of the souls we want, and I have some add-ons. So the stabilized mob spawners, we're going to need to find 3 more. That's what the dream world's going to be about. We're going to kind of explore around there and all that kind of fun stuff. I think I've gotten all of the spawners out of the Eldritch dimension. By the way, this map is fantastic in there. It actually shows you the maze, so you can not get lost. I claimed the chunk that has the portal, and that was probably the smartest thing I've ever done. Yeah, suggestion, if you're ever playing on a map like this and there's the Eldritch dimension, use the map like that. Journey map doesn't seem to work nearly as well, but the only thing is you can't move the map around. That's the only downside. But anyways, we need to get 3 more mob spawners, but we have wyvern cores, nether stars, and golden apples, aka notch apples. Now there's a reason for this. So if we look at the Draconic Evolution tablet, there's several items we can use to upgrade the spawner. So those are upgrades. Wyvern cores are increased spawn count and speed. Eventually we'll want awaken cores to further increase that. Nether stars remove the requirement that we have to be close by, and notch apples make it so that it ignores spawn requirements. So light levels or anything like that will work. Now I do believe that these are powered by redstone, so we can use redstone to toggle them on and off. So let's go ahead and just go. I made a bunch of dark glass. I realize we don't really need it. So if we're gonna use the other glass. So let's just grab a little bit of this glass, and let's grab our chisel, and we're gonna make some bubble glass. And before we go, let's go ahead and open this. So I got 2 rare treasures just from killing, I think it was Enderman, while I was looking for the dragon egg, and some gold coins and emeralds, and more gold. Alright, cool. So some potions as well. Not really anything great. No nether stars. There's a small chance that you can get nether stars from those bags, which is kind of cool. But there's one thing we can get. We can grab a tesseract. So I told the system to make a tesseract. I want to see something real quick before we go over there. We're going to try to do a couple of different things today. So the tesseract is here. Whitelist mushrooms and ooh. Okay, so let's do this. Let's grab. I don't know why I grabbed more food, but we're going to whitelist extreme chili, and in here we're gonna blacklist extreme chili. And that should be good enough. So let's just do that. We have way too much food in our inventory. That's okay though. Put the rest of it in the system. So that should be good. We can now use the main for items. So we're gonna want some item actually, do we want item conduits? No, let's just use impulse, but we need to have better servos. We're going to want the top tier servos. And so that's going to require iron nuggets and another piece of Enderium. Make like 10 of those. Why not? So yeah, the thing that we're going to do, we're also going to need to have an ender collector. I forgot to make that. Is that what we're gonna want? Yeah, I think so. Because the mob grinder doesn't actually pick up the items. So we're gonna need an ender collector. That's fairly easy to make. And we're gonna need a chest to put on top of that. We're probably going to want more item ducts. Let's get like 40 more cooking up. And servo. Can't we just upgrade this? Yeah, let's just upgrade that. I didn't realize. Okay. So we have some stuff. Let's go to the Last Millennium and take a look at what I've been doing. So what I've been working on is, well, that. So we have our mob spawning area, which is right here. Kind of cool. By the way, you can also power this with just coal. Works just the same. And we're gonna want a servo like right in front of this guy, and we can ignore it. Let's set it to main. We want send items, receive energy. So if we look at this guy, he should be full of energy, and it's great. Alright, so next we're going to want to put, let's find the center. So if this is where, does it go to the end? It does. So if this is where it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. Somewhere like right in here. I guess it would be on this torch. So let's break that block. And what we're going to do is fly underneath here. And we're going to put the ender collector right here. Actually, we're going to want to put some blocks down, put a chest and put the ender collector on top of it. So we're going to want probably the max range. That should be fine. And let's see, we can put that back. And then all we need to do is have some item ducts going into this guy. And the servo. So perfect. That is probably all we need for the actual mob spawning area. So anything that goes in there should die. I made about that size so that gas can go in there and be fine. And speaking of which, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little spawning rooms. Now this row, the missing row, will be the dislocator pedestal, the dislocator thing, receptacle, to make it the portals that will all go to the very center of that room, exactly where the this is. So that is easy enough to deal with, but we'll need to do that. And then these are each 3 tall. Now that's not good enough for gas, so I made another one down here. And as you can see, I made windows on all of them. We could probably eventually put staircase down here and build out this area if we wanted to. But pretty much what we're going to do is if we just put some bubble glass down, we'll be able to see things. And now here's something that's kind of important to note. We'll just leave that one empty for now. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a lot of Draconian infused obsidian. I don't know if we have enough, but let's go ahead and make a bunch of that. Actually, let's count. Let's be smart about this. Is there anything else that we need in there? Can we make the 6 charms of dislocations? So we need 6 more wyvern cores. All right. Do we have everything? It's going to need to craft the nether stars, so we'll hang out here for just a moment. I don't want to switch dimensions while that's kind of doing things. But, alright, so we'll make the charms of dislocation. We're going to need 6 dislocator pedestals, or receptacles. So we're going to want, let's see, slabs. Times 2. I had to count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then we should be able to make this times 6. Cool. We're going to need solid ender. So ender pearls times, oh, how many? We're going to need that many. We shouldn't need impulse item ducts anymore. We're going to need times 4. That is a lot. So we have 24 times 4. So something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and smelt this stuff up, or at least start working on it. Let's grab a bucket or 2 so we can grab some more lava. And yeah, it's making a lot of lava. And that will be fine. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of things to get all this stuff taken care of. Lava isn't strong enough, is it? Let's see. Resonant ender, which we can make in the magma crucible. Yeah, we're gonna have to make it in the magma crucible. Do we have another drum? We can get one. By the way, last episode, the refined iron recipe broke for whatever reason. It's working again. I think it just needed to reload the scripts. That happens every once in a while. I don't know why, it just does. But we'll get a drum. We'll get a bunch of resonant ender and then go from there. So lots of work to do, kind of just getting all this stuff together. Can we make... Let's see. We need a bunch of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We need 4 times 6, so it's 24. Alright, there's that. And then once we have a drum or tank of any sort, no, okay. There it is. We'll go ahead and get the magma crucible and all that kind of stuff going. So this will just take a moment to process, and then we can just I believe we can just throw the faucet on the ground. That's a little worrisome. My lights just flickered a little bit, so hopefully nothing bad happens. Anyways, yeah, so we will set this stuff up. Let's go to the Last Millennium. And how many blocks are we going to need? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, let's see, 11, 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 38, if my math is correct. So 22 plus 16, 38. So we need 38 Draconium infused obsidian for each floor. So let's make 40. And we're missing more reinforced. Ugh, I hate this stuff. Alright, so that gives me an excuse to make another recipe. We need to make iron scaffolding. So iron scaffolding is actually pretty easy if we can make the iron fences. Now the problem with that is we'll need another metal former to make the item casing. So I have a little bit of iron plates. Let's just grab a stack of iron, and we're going to put it through this, and we'll come back to it in a little bit. So more stuff to kind of process. Alright, so I guess while we wait, let's take a look at some other things. So we're going to be making all this stuff. We're going to need these guys. So we still need to get all of the reinforced stuff. I have some CF foam, canisters, sprayers, whatever, and so that will work pretty well. What else can we work on? Let's see. There is a bunch of stuff with the creative item stuff. Let's get rid of this. The creative energy cell. There we go. Iron scaffold. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of this stuff. Let's make plates times like 200. Just a ridiculous amount of plates because it doesn't really matter much. So we put this all through, and we'll get a lot of the things we're going to need. So what should we do while we're waiting? We need to continue working on this stuff. Now something else we need to do, and this is to help charge Draconium a little bit faster, we need to make a vibrant capacitor bank. We need to make a couple of those, just so it can store power a little bit quicker. And something we're going to need to do with that is set up this guy to make, what kind was it? Vibrant capacitor bank. Was it ender electron tubes? So what we have, blazing, lapis. This is the ender electron tubes. So we already have the octadic capacitors. Is it the vibrant crystals? It needs emerald electron tubes. So that goes like so. This is a filter. So what is happening with this? So these recipes are literally whatever it takes. So let's grab another one. We're gonna need emeralds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emeralds gives us how many? 4. Gives us 4 of these. So we'll teach the recipe. We're gonna need a filter, and we're gonna need some more item ducts, and yeah, that is plugged, so we can just hit it with the thing and it doesn't care anymore. So we put that in there. The servo is for the items, for these items, so it should have glass. And then we just need to set up the recipe. And since it's always going to send 5, we just do this. And it will be fine. Then the problem is we've got to get this up here. And then filter this with a whitelist on emeralds. Alright, so that should be everything, and then we need over here just a servo. So that's not too difficult. Servo, there we go. Alright, is that done? It is. So we're going to take half of these out and put them in here, and we're going to hammer them again into casings. And then the casings will be extruded into the fences. So that's the only way to make the fences, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So we'll put that there and ignored. Okay, so that should always work. It puts 5 emeralds in there. It will maintain 1 emerald, and everything else will be fine. So with that, we should be able to make vibrant capacitor banks, theoretically. So that is good to know. Alright, so let's continue working on this. It's not going to take too much longer. And this is almost done with a stack. So then we're going to need to spray it with CF foam, and then things will harden, and it'll take forever to break it because it's like obsidian, basically. So, really good stuff, but really annoying to do anything with. Alright, so we have like 5 different things going on, and one of the big things we need to do is we need to figure out how to turn the system on and off. And how we're going to do that is wireless redstone. So there are wireless transmitters and wireless receivers. We're going to need to make one of each of these for all of it. I don't know that these go transdimensionally. That's something to kind of take a look at. But I am going to be right back, so be right back. Alright, so currently there is some rain. It's raining here a little bit, also on here, but In real life, it's raining outside, and it's cold enough that I think it might be freezing rain. I can't really tell. It's dark out. And so hopefully my power doesn't go out. That would be really bad. But anyways, I took advantage of a little bit of a off time to start making the iron fences. So we're going to have a lot of these. We need like a little bit over a half a stack of these guys in order to make the rest of the stuff we need for the first set of Draconian infused. But we're going to need a lot more. So we also have the Resident Ender that we're going to need. So we're going to grab that. Let's go ahead and bring this over here. And I want to see if we break this guy and like, let's just break this. I mean, it should work. I mean, that works as well. So actually, you know what? No, we're gonna keep this like it is, and we're just gonna set up another basin. So seared. Let's see, grout. Can we make some grout? We need 7 grout. And I don't know why, but it never. Wow, I missed. It never likes to. Oh, right. We've got to get a different shovel. How about a mattock? Mattocks also work. So we need to get this taken care of. We're going to need some clay for other things as well, so that's not a big deal. But, let's see. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go with 10 of these. And while we're here, let's go ahead and make the iron scaffolding. Really? I don't know why it doesn't always want to plug everything in, but let's make a stack of it. And let's just throw it in there. I don't care. Alright, so let's put this stuff down here. This is where I've been doing all of this stuff, by the way, just because it's an open area. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 6, 3 high, the best we can, and just do this for a little bit. So I guess we'll do 1, 2, 3, and we'll save this one for later. But then all we have to do is see if spray it with the foam. Not there. It breaks very quickly. We want to spray the scaffolding, not anything else, and it should spray most of this. And it's already started making reinforced stone, so that used most of the spray we had. So we're going to let that dry. It's going to take it a little bit of time. It's completely random, I do believe. But we can throw this away, and then we'll go ahead and get the rest of the stuff taken care of. And you guys can see how I deal with all that stuff. So what we're going to try to do is, I want to get the witch spawner going today. That is kind of the first order of business. So we're going to make a faucet and a basin. Can we put this stuff just like right here? And I actually don't know if this works. It does. That's kind of cool. So we can just put Resident Ender there and get what we need. So that can go away. This can go away for now. We don't need the tablet anymore. Okay. So let's sleep just to get rid of this rain. And we're going to need the dislocators. We're working on that. We're almost there with that. You know what? Let's take this stuff out. Let's actually grab the item duct and a... Or you know what? Let's just grab a transfer node. That'll be easier. And we'll just do that. So that will, what would auto process? Let's get a fluid duct, I guess, and a servo. And so we don't need the faucet. We can just do this. I guess we could also use a transfer node for liquids, but whatever. So that'll work just fine. That'll kind of process and do its thing. All right, cool. So I was AFKing for a while earlier before I recorded this episode, so lots of messages. But anyways, let's grab our hammer. So I have a hammer that I've been using for this very purpose, but as you see, it's very slowly kind of forming, drying and all that kind of stuff. So once most of it dries, we can start harvesting it. So in the meantime, we need to focus on the rest of the stuff. So we're going to need the dislocated receptacles. So we're going to need 6 draconic cores. And we need to start getting some more draconium. Just go ahead and put those in there. Grab all this mana infused. What is it? Mana infused ingot. So just mana infused metal. And yeah. So let's go ahead and make, at the very least, our first wireless stuff. So these things are actually pretty easy. We just need some obsidian sticks. We're going to need 2 for each, so we're going to need 12 in total. I made way too many. I made too many. We're going to need wireless transmitters. So not actually. We're going to need a lot more than that. We're going to need 10 more, I think. Hopefully. So we need these guys, Aether pearls. Wow, I can speak. But it's receiving. It's wireless transmission. I don't know what it's all about, but we need 6 of these, and then we can make 6 of these. Get some stone slabs. We'll need more stone. Really? Alright, well, let's make like 200 of that. So that'll take a little bit of time. Let's turn off our magnet for now. Is this done? No. No, 3x3 is done. So this is done. We have the 24 blocks of ender. So we can put that in there and make the charms of dislocation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And those are all going to be set to the same place. Shift right clicking, and that's really all that matters. We're going to put it in the center of the killing room, and then we should be able to make the portals with this. We're just going to need the draconic stuff. So let's go ahead and make 6 of these, which we can do. It's going to take a little bit of time. But then we can make 6 of the portals and hopefully be good from there. Well, 6 of the receptacles, and then we can go set that stuff up. So one of the big things that we're going to be doing, we're going to have wireless redstone so that we can turn these on or off. Now I don't know if these work like across dimensions. We could test it. It would be pretty easy to test. We just put a lever to things, but this is currently it's waiting on stabilized metal. It needs to smelt things up, and it's trying to do the stone. So let's take that out for right now, and we'll put it back in a moment, so it doesn't get mad or anything, but it can wait. So I really need to upgrade these machines. I think that might be one of the next things I do as well, because these machines are so slow. So what would it take to actually upgrade furnace, the redstone furnace, to make this upgraded? It's actually not that bad. We'll need endurium gears and that kind of stuff, but then we can get the augments, and the augments we'll want is the secondary reception coil, which is pretty easy, overclocker, and yeah, all of these are actually really easy. So we can get that stuff taken care of here soon. Shouldn't be too bad to do. And it's already doing a stack of stone. So let's put that in there. And it's going to be stuck on that because of what we've done, but we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I not tell it to make 6? Okay, well that's weird. Anyways, we'll worry about that later. So, put those in there. We can go ahead and make the stone slabs, I guess. Let's go ahead and tell it to make one more draconic. So we're gonna need like 40 each. I'm gonna be very kind of whatever with actual numbers on the rest of this. So we're gonna need, there's 2, 3, okay, so that many, and we should be able to make all the wireless transmitters. So there's the 6 wireless transmitters, and then we're gonna need wireless receivers, which are slightly different. We're gonna need 6 more of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These get turned into the little dish, so we need stone bowls. 6 of those. And then 1, 2, 3 more recipes of that. And there's the wireless receivers. So to see if this works transdimensionally, let's grab a lever. Not a level, a lever. And we're going to want a few more levers. So let's grab, I guess I made, oh no, I must have had that obsidian stick before. So something like this. And just something to give, do I have any lamps? I do. Cool. We're just going to use a redstone lamp. And so what we can do is we'll just set the lamp up here because it'll be easier. Wireless receiver. Frequency 10. And so once we go to the Last Millennium, we can place down wireless transmitter, frequency 10. And there's some advanced options. I don't know what these are. Okay, so we can set different things and really complex. So we'll turn that on. And do we have anything over here? We do, but it's the other way. So it does work transdimensionally. That is really good. What that means is we can set up our control station over here and then worry about activation and all that kind of stuff over here. So like we don't have to come to this dimension to do anything. Since it's chunk loaded, it will always be active. So that's really good. We can put, we'll hook up the redstone stuff later. That's a little bit less important. But do we have the Draconian? Let's cancel that craft. Let's come down here. And let's take this out for a second so that it can cook up the last little bit that it needs to, and so we can get most of the stuff done. Alright, so yeah, we've already done the upgrades with this guy, because these guys are fully upgraded. I don't know if we need to fully upgrade. 400 RF per tick isn't that unreasonable for the amount of power we currently have, but it's not something that like I should just do, you know? It's still a lot of power. But that's fine. So we'll get this taken care of. So we need one more of these guys. All right, now we can head back to the Last Millennium and start working on this stuff. So what we need to do, and this is incredibly silly. I don't know why I'm whatever. I don't have my chisel, do I? And we'll fix this later. It's not that important right now. We're not spawning anything. So we're just going to stand right here. Shift right click. Shift right click. All of these get shift right clicked. And now they're all bound to this exact location, which is exactly what we want. Now what we can do is we can set up these in the direct center on every single floor. And then also down here. And again, direct center. So I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So that's what we want to see. And I think we can put that in there. And once we have the Draconium, it will actively make a portal. So that is kind of the last step. And then we can set up the redstone and all that kind of fun stuff and hopefully do this. So all that's left with the actual killing area is just to put the blocks back. So we're going to need, let's just get 40 of this for right now. We're missing some Draconium, and we're missing a little over a stack. Actually, a stack plus 1. So we have another iron scaffolding in here. We're going to need our CF foam. And I'm going to probably harvest a bunch of this stuff later. But for right now, we're just going to get what we need. We need cobblestone. And we're going to we're only going to do one of the mob spawners for now, with all of the upgrades and witches. And I want to see, actually we don't need this stuff, but we're going to set it up. So the question is, where are we going to put this? For right now, nope, don't want to put it in there. For now, I don't actually know where I want to set this stuff up. Now, if we break the mob spawner once we get it set up, we won't get the witch back, the actual soul. We'll get all the other stuff back, so it's not that big of a deal, but we don't get the soul back. So the last thing we're going to want is some sort of, I guess we'll just use glass blocks, but we need to break all of this stuff. So this is a completed 3x3, and you can see just how slow it is. This is pretty painfully slow. It's not that bad, but it's bad enough. So we're gonna just continue working on getting the Draconium, and if we can get the witch spawner done today, then the reason we want witches, not only for glowstone and redstone, which is nice, we want witches for, oh my god, I hate it when it's like just one block. We want witches for the spider eyes. That's kind of the big thing we want. So that is the idea. You know, can we get like, if we're gonna want 39 of these, we're gonna need 39 reinforced metal. So let's get like 40 of this. Let that go ahead and cook. and then we should be able to get everything else we need. So it's just a matter of waiting on this stuff. I don't know if there's a way to get the construction foam rather, to harden any quicker. But let's go ahead and sleep. Why not? So here is the question. Here's the other question that we're gonna have. Let's go someplace like here. These go on walls, don't they? Yes, they do. Now, let's get a lamp. And let's get this stuff out for just a second. So we put the transmitter. And we turn it on. We're going to put this on 10. If we put the lamp down, put this on 10, that does not work. However, do we have access to like any sort of redstone wire? Yes, red alloy wire. So we're gonna need a little bit of redstone. 1, 2, 3. So what I want to do is I kind of want to make this so that it is 100% in like a single block area, if possible. And then we can kind of make sure that things can't spawn where it is, but it will make it a little bit more efficient, and that's kind of the hope. So we'll go ahead and hammer this stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to get the first portal and the witch spawner done. I'll probably do most of the other spawners off camera because this takes forever, especially the reinforced stone. And I don't want to make too much Draconic infused obsidian because I don't know how useful that is otherwise. I don't know how much we're going to actually need of that stuff. So let's actually see the uses of it. Is there anything? The dislocator receptacles is it, and those aren't used for anything. So yeah, this stuff is not super duper useful, but it's useful enough that it warrants it. So red alloy ingots, red alloy wire, Alright, let's try something else. This is kind of silly, but let's put a block like so. Can we rotate these? Yes. So that would work. And that would kill 2 spawning spots, basically. I think that's what we'll have to do. So we're going to keep that on 10. And you know what? Let's... you know what? No. Yeah, let's keep it on 10. And... let's see. Come on. I want this stuff to just kind of finish up. Yeah, this still takes forever. I think the hammer is probably the best option just because it's quicker in the long run. But let's get... let's see, let's put that in there. Let's get 20-ish. So that'll start making it. So let's go ahead and go to the Last Millennium. And let's try to set up this area. So first of all, we're gonna need to remove torches. And we're going to put the torches like, we're going to put a torch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I forgot. It needs to go 1 forward. This entire thing needs to go 1 forward. That's so annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I messed this up. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can move this. Not that big of a deal. It's just annoying. Alright, and we did get this back. Good. So this goes literally right here. And then cobblestone, torch. Luckily we don't have to worry about too much here. It's not that big of a mistake. But that does mean that we're going to need a little bit more draconic infused obsidian. But let's go ahead and build this out. Now I want to make sure that F9, yeah, we are well within the range. Okay. So the spawner should be right here, right? And we actually want it to be right there. So we do something like this. Put that there, like so. It currently has redstone signal. I don't know. I think these are powered by... I don't want to put the soul in yet. So this is fine. Right? Because it's going to spawn one above. Actually, we don't want to put this one more lower. So we want to put this right here. And so we can grab this, put that there, put it to 10. We're just using 10 for now, just because we can apply all the upgrades. We can do all that stuff if we wanted to, but for right now, we're going to just go ahead and bubble glass most of this. And hopefully have enough blocks to make the portal. Alright, so that looks halfway decent. So let's go back to the overworld. I want to finish this up here in just a second if we can. Oh, come on. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get some more iron scaffolding. I don't know why it doesn't like to put the fences in, but it doesn't, so is what it is. We'll put the glass away. So let's get a stack of this. Let's get our CF foam sprayer. We actually want to get rid of one of those. And we're going to do 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And do this 3 wide, or 3 tall rather, and then we can set up the last one, or not actually. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So CF foam. Now it only uses 1 foam per scaffolding, which is really nice. It's exactly what you want. Yeah, so we'll let that set as well. Making CF foam isn't too difficult. It just requires CF powder. It's just kind of annoying to do. So all of that's taken care of. Hopefully the redstone signal actually works to make things not have the not spawn, rather. So hopefully it works like I want it to, but we'll find out here in a minute. Now, the one thing I want to kind of point out is, why are we doing this? Well, Galgadorian blocks. We need like 40 of these or something like that, and it's going to require a lot of slime, blaze, spider eyes, gas tears. We need a lot of diamonds, and we need a lot of obsidian as well. But those are the big things that we need. Well, blaze rods, slime, gas tears, spider eyes, glowstone, redstone. That's kind of the idea of what we're doing. We're going to have ender pearls as well, and wither skulls. So it's just a matter of getting things kind of done. So I really want this one to dry, and I don't know why it's not. Same with that one. If they want to dry, then things are going to be great. So we should have 20 Draconium. Can we get 20 more? No, we're missing 15. Alright, so let's go back to the Last Millennium and start working on this so we can see just what we're going to need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to need 19 more. So we're pretty close. And this is going to be the first portal, and it's going to work great, and it's going to work perfect the first time. It's going to be awesome if this stuff ever wants to dry. I mean, we could just forget about those, but if we break those, it will completely just destroy it. So don't really want to do that. Is there something else we can do real quick to kind of make things better? We do have, we've been getting a lot of diamond dust. Let's go ahead and convert that. We're going to need a lot of diamonds. We have 45 more diamonds. Diamonds are something that it's just, we're going to need a ton of in order to make everything. We've got a lot of the agricraft diamonds. So diamonds. We can get diamond shards from bees. Diamandi. These are not that hard to get. We have austere. Auric is not that hard if I'm not mistaken. It requires plumbum, however you want to say it, lead. That's what that is. It's lead bees, which is stannum, and common. Stannum is what? Requires a base of 10, so it's 10, and that's industrious and forest. So those aren't too bad. Definitely something we can do. Yay! Give me reinforced stone. This stuff takes forever. Alright, so that. Is there anything down here? I guess we can just pick these normally. It'll be fine, I guess. Let's not take the middle one because we can potentially get, if that decides to harden in the next, 30 seconds or so, we can actually, just use the hammer for the rest of it. In fact, I think I'm just gonna forget that, and we're gonna see if this will make us the 19. It will. Okay, so we're gonna let that go. As you can see, we're running out of Draconium. We're gonna need to make a pretty major area to fight the dragon. We're gonna need to resummon the dragon one more time. So we're gonna have to kill things and get souls and do the whole resurrection thing again. It wasn't terrible, but it was kind of annoying to do. I'll get that set up for once we have the bees to do it with. To resurrect the dragon with the egg. We'll do that so we can get the egg so we can resurrect the dragon and all that fun stuff. So one of the big things that we're kind of running into as well is electrotine. we have like not enough electrotine to make solar panels. If we want to make solar panels, specifically the resonant, a single one requires 15-ish hundred electrotine. So are there ways to get electrotines? Electrotine. Actually, you know what? I think I know the perfect place to do this. It's the dream world. Because there's no way to get the ores other than making blocks and all that. Though I wonder if we could make a pick that has good enough fortune so that we wouldn't have to like... Oh wow, it's crafting a lot of crushed obsidian, isn't it? That's gonna take a while. Is there any other way to get crushed obsidian so we can speed this up? Nope. Oh well, this isn't that bad. So, yeah, we just gotta figure out how to do... There's a handful of things we just need to figure out a little bit better. But we'll get there. So, yeah, I'm gonna let all of this stuff harden. This one's done. This 3x3. So once we have all these resources coming in, we need to just kind of continue working on getting more and more. That's what I didn't want to happen. So we lost some CF foam, we lost an iron scaffolding. Which don't we have one more? And can't we make one more CF foam? I always hate it when that happens. Oh, I had another one for some... Oh, I think you get it back. So it's not completely lost. Let's just go ahead and put it there. But it's still really annoying. Alright, it's because you do lose the CF foam. Construction foam. Alright, do we have... We have 8. That's not enough, but let's... You know what, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. And we can finish the portal and all that kind of fun stuff soon enough. So first thing we should do is just close this. So this guy is sealed. He's fine. We need 8 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can go ahead and add the upgrades. So the Wyvern core makes it a spawner tier 2. Nether star requires player off. Golden apple spawn requirements off. And then the last thing we can do is, do I dare? Yeah, let's get over here. Put the witch in. So as you see, the witch isn't spawning. It's not spinning or anything. So that means wireless signal is working. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. And you guys are going to love how fast this is. Once we get to the tier 3 is crazy. In fact, can we... I mean, we could. I don't really want to use... We do have another dragon heart. We can make another set. Let's go for it. So we're going to need a Awaken core. I'm going to tell it to make that. And it's still going to be making this. Not that big of a deal. It's got like so many things it's doing. But it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll get there. Alright, so everything in the middle is done. So we can go ahead and grab this 3x3. And once we have the Awaken core, that will make it incredibly fast. It will be spawning witches like crazy. So much so that you really don't want to... you want to make sure something is secure, especially if you're spawning something that is terrifying. But I'll need to fix all the building I did, which is such a pain. But it is what it is. So... Draconian. We have 3 more. And what all are we waiting for this? Flux Electrum and then Actually, it's almost done. Cool. This was actually really fast. So we'll get the higher tier, and we can always change numbers and stuff like that, but 10 honestly is fine. I'm probably going to write down what everything is, just so I know. So it just need to make one more Wyvern core, and then it'll be done. Cool. So we have the Awakened core. We have 2 more of those. I'm going to tell it to make like 100 crushed obsidian, because why not? I hope this is enough. Let's go ahead and see if it is. If it's not, then we'll deal with it. So this will make a portal as soon as it's completed, or at least it should. But we're going to be close. So we just continue. We need just one more. All right. So let's make this the insane tier. And we don't need to go in there anymore, so we can just bubble glass that up. And now we have a nice little secure area for witches to spawn. Now, because mob spawners will spawn things in the air, we don't have to worry about the portal being there. Like, it'll work just fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn this off. So witches should be spawning there. Very quickly. Yes, there are a lot of witches in there. And then as soon as we hit this, and I believe we have to right click that, they're all over there, and they're all going to die. So there's a lot of experience orbs. That might be something we want to deal with, but honestly, oh no, we're gonna have so many witches' hands. Look at all the stuff we're getting though. I don't know that that's fast enough. Let's turn the spawner off. So that might not be fast enough, and we're gonna have all these witches' hands that we have like no use for. I mean, we're gonna get a lot of these, so why don't we why don't we get a trash can and fix that real quick. But that is going to give us so much stuff. Trash can, and then we're going to want a filter. Let's see, filter, item filter, witch's hand. Okay. So we need to go back here. Yeah, so that works really, really well. Unfortunately, you're gonna get a lot of noises, but it's fine. So I don't know that this is fast enough, but if need be, we can add more servos. That is always an option. But I guess let's just add a trash can here. Filter. So if we put the witch's hand in there, it should go in the trash can. At least that's how I think it works. So if we turn this back on, let's see how many witches' hands do we have. We have 83. So if we turn this back on, they should be spawning, and a good way to tell is spider eyes. We should be getting a lot more spider eyes, or even health potions. Health potions might be a better indication. We might not get many of those, but we'll see. They're spawning in. They're everywhere. Yeah, lots of noises. But hopefully, I guess we could just use a normal filter as well. So spider eyes, is that number increasing at a decent rate? No. Let's get a filter. And let's get a, let's see, what's something else we're going to be getting? Glowstone? redstone. Now I realize the items do have to travel, but that's a little concerning. So what we're gonna do is grab a witch's hand. Oh my gosh, the noises. Put this, whitelist, witch's hands. So they're dying so much quicker than we can actually deal with this stuff. Yeah, we need to turn that off like now. So item collection is gonna be a problem. That's actually really good. So we should see spider eyes increasing now. Yes, considerably. So something we can do, warp item ducts, or we can just use there's a lot of things we can do. All that experience we could collect as well. For right now, let's just do this. But yeah, this thing is not fast enough. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. That is probably the only thing that's kind of a concern. I wonder if it's not the. I wonder if it's not this end that's the problem. We only have a normal item duct on here, or servo. So let's upgrade that real quick. And I bet that would also be the issue. So, let's see. Can we just do this? No, we still need hardened glass. So, let's get a piece of glass. Shouldn't take that long. And come on. It's crafting it right now. I need to upgrade the machines. I think that might be what we do next time. So there is a resonant servo. That's a filter. I want a servo. So servo. There we go. Now, what is it that is being filtered here? Because we do have things. Okay, we're just blacklisting. So we're going to need to remove this and then blacklist extreme chili and ignore. So let's try this one more time and then we'll end the episode because I know this is going quite long. This series always ends up being like hour. So there goes all the witches. And it definitely seems to be doing better, but it's not keeping up. So we'll have to do something. We'll have to do something about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn that off, and I'm gonna figure out kind of what I want to do about that. I think next time we're gonna work on upgrades to machines and try to get closer to the Galgadorian blocks, which I think we need like 30 of those. So we're missing 35,000 spider eyes, or 3,500 spider eyes rather, and that is definitely doable. So good times all around, but we have more work to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, sorry for the length of it, but happens. And yeah, just trying to work on things and get things done. It takes a while. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!